Welcome back, everybody, to Villa a Sesta and to Spain v Austria in this Federation of International Polo European Championships for 2018. The players are on the field. I'll give you a quick rundown of who's playing. For Spain at number 1, his handicap is 0 goals, is Javier Conil. At 2, handicap 1 goal is Alfonso Figar. 3, handicap 3 goals, Antonio Ayesa. And at back, handicap 4 goals, Tuki Ruiz Guiñazú. For Austria, and this is a depleted side, I'll tell you about that in a sec. At number 1, handicap 0 goal is Benedict Kress. At 2, handicap 2 goals, Martin Blair. At 3, handicap 1 goal is Robert Koffler. And at back, handicap also 1 goal, Walter Scherb. Now, Diego Braun, who is the Austrian 4-goal player, was meant to be playing in the tournament, but unfortunately his dad became ill, very ill, and he had to go home. So Diego could not play and is not playing. And so effectively it is Spain on 8 goals, Austria on 4 goals. So Austria have a 1.5 goal handicap advantage. 8 goals against 4, but it's a 6 to 8 goal tournament, so it'll just be the 2 goals that is accounted for. Ball is in play, started the first chukker, and it is the backhand by Spain, and Conil whistle. And it looks like Austria have won themselves a penalty here from the 30-yard spot, and a chance to increase their advantage by 2.5 to 0. Spain, I believe, have played 2, won 1, lost 1, and Austria have not won the game yet. The penalty to be taken by Martin Blair, who hits a very big ball, long ball, lovely striker of the ball, and I hope I haven't put the muckers on him by saying that, as he takes this penalty for Austria. Makes no mistake, the goal is good and the Austrians have first blood here. 2.5 to 0 they lead. And we wish Diego Braun and his dad and his family all the best, as umpire Nico Scorticini puts the ball in play, and it will be Spain who come away with the ball in the shape of Alfonso Figar. Figar gets the first run on the chasing Blair. Angle shot required here by Alfonso. Can he find the next shot? There it is, beautifully done by Alfonso. The ball goes across the goal out. He's given it just a little bit too much, maybe. Found too much angle on it as Blair comes in. The ball still in play on the back line. Martin Blair for Italy. Goes one way, then the other. For Austria, rather. And now, still with Martin. In the way there is Ayesa for Spain. Another hit, big hit upfield by Blair, trying to find Koffler. Back to defend goes Tuki Guiñazú for the Spanish team. Tuki taken on by the number 1 of Austria, that's Kress. Big drive by Tuki, trying to find Ayesa. Scherb goes back to defend for the Austrians, gets the backhand, nicely played by Walter. Tuki again, cross field, little neck shot. Tuki lets the horse run now, chasing in behind. It is Koffler, and what a hit and what a strike. That's a beautiful goal from Tuki Guiñazú. 1 to Spain, 2.5 Austria. Off we go again. In play, and Blair wins it for Austria. He's got the break here, and the approach is perfect. He may have even scored. The ball just going out. No, it's in the centre of the goal. Surely Martin Blair gets another one, and the Austrians win the lineup, and they won that goal in the shape of Martin Blair. Beautifully executed. 3.5 to the Austrian team now. 1 to Spain. Just wait for the goal scorer to get back into the lineup. Scorticini puts the ball back into play. And this time Tuki, Guinyazu trying to find Ayesa up there. Sherv's backhand. Comes off a horse, they turn it around again. Tuki has time to look around. Figar will take out the number 2, Blair, for Austria. Tuki trying to get away. Blair chasing now. Out of the air by Tuki. Still with the control. Beautiful stick work by Tuki. Blair stops him momentarily. Ayesa, I should say, that was Figar down towards the goal. Tuki more pressure here. Cornel, little near side pick up. Figar couldn't get it, couldn't find it, and we have a whistle. And that is the break for half time. They'll be back with the second half of this opening chukker in a few moments. Spain 1, Austria 3.5. Right, players are back out for the last half of this opening chukker. Martin Blair for Austria, taken on by Figar of Spain. Blair goes past his man, gets the drive this time into the opposite half of the field. Backhand by Guinyazu down the boards. Scherb is there for the Austrians. Walter on the boards they go. Infield. And across they come now, and it is Blair who gets the drive here. He's got away from Ayesa chasing. Blair will look for the cut shot to goal. He shoots for the target, and that's beautifully done by Martin Blair. And Austria looking pretty good here. Spain 1, Austria 4.5. Off we go again. Blair tries to reach it over the top there from Guinyazu, taken on now by Conil. Blair gets it back. Austria have the call again. Toki gets out of the way. There's the hit by Blair up towards his number one. That's Kress. Kress drives it down towards the goal. Backhand missed. In comes Toki. Green Yazoo has it. Trying to bring it around for the Spanish and get something going here. They're behind by 3.5. Opening chukker. Green Yazoo told to get on with it by the umpire. Infield he comes. Toki lets it settle and drives it downfield towards Figar. Back to defend goes Sherb. Figar. Angle shot by Figar. Has he found it? What a hell of a goal from Alfonso Figar. Beautifully done. The pass from Toki was perfect. And Figar finished it off with one touch. 2 to Spain now. 4.5. Austria. There goes the hooter. 30 seconds remaining in the chukker. And it is Ayesa looking for Green Yazoo. Ayesa again. Another big kick. Can they get one before the end of the first chukker? The ball goes across field. Checking up strongly there is Ayesa. Angle shot. Couldn't find it. It goes over the back line and wide. And that ends the opening chukker, ladies and gentlemen. Scoreboard reads Spain 2, Austria 4.5. Back with the second in a moment. Thank you all.
Penso che ci divertiremo e alla fine vinca sempre il migliore.
Sono super contento di questa vittoria, era molto importante per me e per il mio team, ero molto contento che il pubblico abbia saltato con me dall'inizio alla fine sia del percorso base che del barrage, è un'emozione incredibile, quindi super contento e soddisfatto.
Welcome back, everybody. Spain 2, Austria 4.5. Beginning of the second chukker. Just to let you know, tomorrow, Wednesday the 26th of September, we have two games beginning at 4 o'clock. That's local time here, so it'll be 3 o'clock in England. It'll be Ireland v Slovakia, and at 7:15, the second game is between the Netherlands and France. That should be a cracker. And then on Thursday, we're back with 4 games to you. 11 o'clock, 12:15, 4 o'clock and 5:15, all local time. And on Friday, it's Ireland v Azerbaijan. That'll be a semi-final. And the Netherlands will play Slovakia. So lots of polo coming your way from Polo Line TV as we begin the second chukker here. 2 to Spain, 4.5 Austria. Just waiting on the rest of the guys to come out and we'll be on the way. Umpire has said play, so it will be Martin Blair of Austria to bring it forward. Martin cuts across field in front of Figar, who scored a hell of a goal earlier in the end of the first chukker. Martin, another big hit. Boy, he hits the bike, strikes the ball well. In went Koffler for Austria, and the whistle blows. Tuki. Ruiz Guiñazú for Spain. Huge big hit. Look at that. Lofted 100 plus yards, sent down towards the goal, stops in the goal mouth. Blair comes back to defend and gets the saving shot across field for Austria. Can he keep it over from going over the back line? No, he can't. And it is a safety 60 to Spain. What a hit from Guiñazú. Huge strike. So 60 yards for Spain. Tuki. Along the ground it goes. Stopped by the number 1 of Austria, Kress. Blair trying to get rid of it. Finds a little bit of space, trying to get away from Ayesa. Another big hit by Martin. Lets the grey run. Back to the fem comes Guiñazú, who has time to check. No challenges just yet. Kress goes in there after him. Still with Tuki. Kress chasing. Guiñazú puts on the pace now. Downfield he goes, trying to get away from Kress. Still with Guiñazú. The shot by Guiñazú. Oh, it's off the post. And in for a goal. Beautiful play from Tuki Rui Guiñazú. And he's got one back for the Spanish here. 3 to Spain. 4.5 to Austria. In play. Who's going to win the lineup? Kress is looking for it. Also Blair's in there. And Guiñazú, and we have a whistle. Spot to the Austrians. Martin Blair. Blair, another big drive. This time it's out to the right. Sherb is on the little Indian pony going back to defend. Cunil takes him out of the play and the ball is left for Ayesa. Ayesa's backhand found Guiñazú. Spain coming forward now, playing a bit more as a team here now. And it is still with Rui Guiñazú. Down the side he goes. Goes over the top on the near side. Figar is there. Good play by Alfonso. Figar. Sherb, backhand, nicely done. Ayesa goes back for Spain. Antonio, straight backhand. Sherb will meet it. Walter, stopped by Figar. Walter wins it back. Sherb across field. Figar Gets another backhand, but it's into the horse. Sherb taken on by Gwyn Yazoo, and we have a penalty. Whistle. And Tuki, I think he's taking a little knock there. He's off his horse.
gorra. Sonia remar compañía. Faccio un film io.
Welcome to Villa Sesta, ladies and gentlemen, and to the highlights from today's matches. In the first game we see in France play Ireland. Ireland very, very strong from the start. They dominated more or less and they were victorious over the French side. France had played two coming into this match. They had won one, lost one. Ireland had played one and won that game. So Ireland are now 2 games and 2 wins. France are 3 games and 2 losses. The other match we've seen was between Azerbaijan and Slovakia. A depleted Slovakian team as their main man was injured in the last game. Azerbaijan were very dominant as they have been throughout the tournament. They won convincingly. That is 3 games for Azerbaijan and no wins at all for Slovakia. The big game coming up this Friday, ladies and gentlemen, is between Ireland and Azerbaijan. Both teams are unbeaten, and so in effect this will be a semi-final to see who plays in the final on Sunday. You can watch this live on Polo Line TV.
This is a big challenge because we have 10 teams for the tournament plus 4 teams for the ladies tournament. So it's, as you may know, appreciate a complex effort in terms of organization. Here we are very excited about it. It's an honor for the Federation to contribute in hosting such an event. And well, we do expect it to be a flag that will even more contribute to make polo more popular to a wider public. So it's complex in terms of organization, but it's also a challenge that we really love too. Polo is a fundamental part of the Italian sports, equestrian sports. We are very proud of having polo as one of our sport disciplines. As a matter of fact, as a federation, we are investing a lot in polo. We have just launched a couple of weeks ago the first Federal School of Polo in Rome. Our target is to broaden the number of people that play polo. I think in Italy we have all the potential to increase. Such a location is probably one of the most beautiful, if not the most beautiful at all, of all the possible locations to play a polo tournament in Europe. On a wider scale, last year we were in Buenos Aires for the General Assembly of the International Federation of Polo, and there we launched the idea of bringing polo at the Winter Olympic Games. That could be a target more achievable than Summer Games in terms of organization, in terms of a lesser number of sports. So as a federation we are really pushing for the promotion of polo both at national and international level.
Penso che ci divertiremo e alla fine vinca sempre il migliore.
Super contento di questa vittoria, era molto importante per me e per il mio team, ero molto contento che il pubblico abbia saltato con me dall'inizio alla fine sia del percorso base che del barrage, è un'emozione incredibile, quindi super contento e soddisfatto.
Right, ladies and gentlemen, long delay there was given to Tuki Rui Guinyazu, who got a nasty knock in the arm, and thankfully he's back on the field, and hopefully, well, he has the ball now, so let's see what he can do, because he was in a lot of pain, I know that much, and looked like at one stage he might have even broken it, but he's all strapped up, and continuing. So Spain 3, Austria 4.5, and we're off again. Ayesa for Spain, taken on by Blair Martin. Backhand Ayesa into the centre, running onto it, Green Yazoo. Lets it go, first time, sends it upfield towards Figar. Back to defend goes Blair for Austria. Backhand by Figar. Blair again, another little tail shot to the side. Sends it to the boards. In comes Ayesa for Spain. Checking and turning. Sherb in there on the little Indian pony, looking to try and steal it from Ayesa. Now infield they come. Figar shoots, angle shot. Across the goal mat it goes. Blair is there. Figar tried to pick it up on the near side, couldn't get a hold of it. Hard to see with the sun here. Backhand, Ayesa. Goal, Spain. Beautiful backhand by Antonio Ayesa for Spain. And it's Spain 4, Austria 4.5. Well, I really don't understand this, ladies and gentlemen, to be quite honest with you. They've had a 10-minute break for Tuki to go and get fixed up by the paramedics, and then they play a minute, and now they're having a break to change the horses. So that to me is a little bit, well, crazy, to be honest with you. I don't understand why they couldn't have done it while Tuki was was getting sorted out by the medical people. Anyway, that's the way of the world. Well, they're back, ladies and gentlemen. Can't believe what just happened. But anyway, here we go. 4 to 4.5. Less than 3 minutes to play in the second chukka. Just waiting on Benedict Kress for Austria. Off we go. Tuki backs it towards Ayesa. Back up from Figar is good. Blair stops him. The hook on Conil. Now it's Sherb for Austria. Walter. Ayesa trying to find his way through the pack, and we have another guy off the field. He's got a horse's head in the back. That's Walter Sherb. So the play will stop again. Hopefully Walter's okay.
Number 2 received a ball in his face and he didn't say anything, and the other one was screaming.
Well, thankfully water's okay, and we'll continue on. Off we go. Figar met by Blair for Austria. Martin taken on by Gunyazu. Backhand pass. Gunyazu finds Ayesa, who's free. The approach shot looking pretty smart from here. He may have even put it through. Ayesa, little tap. Can he find it? Yes, he can. And Spain have the lead. 5 to Spain. 4.5 Austria. 3 goals, no reply from Austria. Or from Spain, rather. Austrians on the back foot at this stage. Ball is in play. Figar. Toki. Ayesa has time to check and look around. Antonio. Kofler must get out of the way. Now Tuki does a little pass down the side. Blair will be there first for Austria. Ayesa. Ajesa's going forward. He's found the space and he's going towards the goal. He's looking for number 6 on the day here. And Ayesa, can he find it? No, he was up too far across in front of the goal. The ball's gone over the back line to the right. Score remains the same, 5 to 4.5 rather, in favour of España. Blair up the field, centre. Ayesa for Spain. Flicks it under the horse of Blair. Clever play. There's the drive downfield. The ball's going towards the goal. This time he makes no mistake. And Ayesa, beautifully done. And that will end the second checker, ladies and gentlemen. Scoreboard reads Spain 6, Austria 4.5. Back with the third in a few moments' time. Thank you very much. Third chukker at Villa Sesta. 6 to Spain, 4.5 to Austria. In this Federation of Polo European Championships 2018. Just waiting on Conil for Spain. Umpire lines them up, ball is in play. Ayesa, the goal scorer at the end of the second chukker, has it for Spain, taken on by Blair. Goes for the next shot, doesn't get a hold of it. Sherb's backhand is strong and long into the centre. They turn onto it quickly. Here comes Robert Koffler. Austria have the call. Chasing in behind him is Figar. Back to defend goes Tuki. Guinyazu, the backhand wasn't great from Tuki. Backhand by Figar was good. Out to the side, he sends it. But it's met by Blair. Martin trying to get something going here for the trailing Austrians. He goes over the top, so to Tuki. Figar for a piece of it. Conil wanted a piece also. And it was Figar, I think, who fouled. Whistle's gone. So it's a penalty to Austria from 60 yards. Martin Blair will strike this one. So, wind still very, very strong here. And again, apologies to anybody at home who's watching. The wind is fierce here, and it is interfering with our satellite dish, which doesn't help with the reception you're receiving. Blair sends it in to the goal. Doesn't quite reach. Backhand goes across. Blair gets it back. Tuki tried to steal it. Blair's backhand towards the target. It's out to the right and goes wide. Far side. Figar for Spain. Just lifted his head as he went to strike that. In comes Tuki up to the halfway line. The Spanish have the call. Who's in there next? Looks like it will be Ayesa for Spain. Ball deflected infield. Blair and Ayesa. Backhand by Blair. He's done well as Martin. Tuki doesn't get it. Ayesa can. He has time to check and turn. Cress to his right. Ayesa looks for a big one. Ayesa again comes forward. Spain on the attack. Both sides of the horse being used by Ayesa on the near side. Can he find the angle in towards the goal? Little open backhand sent infield, but it goes over the back line and goes wide. 6 to 4.5. The Spanish have it at the moment. Martin with the hit out. Looking for Cress. Cress over the top. In comes Figar, taken on by Koffler. on the boards. Figar wheels it around, comes in field, makes a little bit of space for himself, lets it settle, went for the big one, still has control, just about. Now he gets a hold of it and sends it down towards the goal. Scherb goes back for Austria, doesn't get the backhand. Ayesa can pounce here. Surely it's going to be another one for Spain. It'll be Antonio Ayesa who gets another one for the Spanish. 7 now to Spain, 4.5 to Austria. And the players go off for a break, at least to change their horse. Halfway through the chukker. This is the way things are done here at Villa Sesta and during the course of these European Polo Championships.
November. So what's the weather like in Argentina then? Is it very hot? Yeah. Well, it's beginning to be really hot.
So what, about 25, 26?
Yeah. You can have days of 30 also.
Right, back they come, roll in from the centre. In we go. Scherb, Tuki on the little grey, trying to get going here. Koffler's chasing him. Tuki sends it towards the goal. What a goal! Oh my word, ladies and gentlemen, what a strike from Tuki Ruiguinyazu, and he's got another one for the Spanish. That was a hell of a hit on the angle from about 70 yards. It is 8 to Spain, 4.5 Austria. Back they come. Martin Blair trying to get a hold of it for Austria. Lets it go. Ayesa for Spain. Backhand is strong. Look at that for a backhand. Wow. With angle to the far side, but Blair will get there first. He's got it covered. Just turns his horse around. Taken on by Figar. In comes Scherb. Walter. The Austrians trying to find something here. Koffler's out in front of Ayesa. Koffler gets hooked. Backhand. I think Conil got a little bit onto that. Did he? Now it is Blair. 30 yards out. Angle shot. Wide. Hard to see it in the low, bright sun here at Villa Sesta in the Tuscany hills. This is really a sensational polo club, ladies and gentlemen, and I'm very surprised there's no English team here to represent the UK, probably the biggest polo playing nation in Europe. Very, very surprising indeed. Disappointing, you might say. Ball is in play, and Ayesa has it for the Spanish. Far side. Tries to come in field, didn't get much onto it. Back up by Figar is good. Alfonso doing well. Still with Alfonso. In behind Blair. Turned it around and gets away from Cornel was in there also. Figar, I was going to say got away from Figar, but Figar stole in the back. Far boards. Blair in there fighting for the Austrian team. Do we have a whistle? They've stopped riding. I think we do. Hard to hear with this gusty wind also. Halfway, Austria. Umpire Scorticini just having a chat with Martin Blair, who brings the ball forward. Goes out to the right of Guignazu. Backhand by Tuki was strong. Ayesa running onto it quickly. Has he caught Blair? Oh, Blair caught him with the foul. It was Blair's line. Sport Austria. 1:28 remaining on the clock. Third checker. Blair. Drives it down towards the Spanish goal. Near side by Crest, doesn't quite get it. Sherb is there, along with Cunil for Spain. Crest, Ayesa. Checks, turns, goes the other way, fools the whole lot. Clever play from Ayesa. Now he does it again. Trying to get rid of Sherb. Guignazu takes over. Tuki. Didn't get much onto that. Koffler. Backhand by Robert. Tuki for Spain. Brings it across field this time. Over the top, helped out by Figar. Big drive by Figar. Blair goes back to defend. Cunil is there also. 30 seconds to play. Hooter's gone. Cunil. Whistle on the play as Javier Cunil went in there. Should have been on the near side. And that will end the chukka, ladies and gentlemen. Ayesa and Walter Sherb are having words. They're not happy. So after 3 here at Villa Sesta, it is Spain who are 8, Austria 4.5. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we're back for the fourth and final chukker of the day here at Villa Sesta and the European Polo Championship for 2018. Spain with a decent lead here over the Austrians, 8 to Spain, 4.5 to Austria. Restart with a hit from the spot in favour of Austria. Martin Blair launches one deep into the other half of the field. Kress runs onto it for Austria. Kress, the approach looking pretty good. Out to the right of Tad. Can he get there on time? Has he given it too much? Kress, will he have to play a little backhand? Couldn't get there on time, and the ball goes over the back line and wide for a Spanish knock-in. Ayesa for Spain. Lofted drive, big one, into the opposite half of the field. Sherb goes up there with Cornell. Whistle on the play. Umpire was right behind. I think the umpire was saying Javier Cornell should have taken it on the near side instead of the offside, and the penalty has gone the way to Austria for Walter Blair, or correction, Martin Blair, to strike. Another huge hit from Martin, deep into the opposite half of the field. Kress couldn't find it. Bottom right hand corner they go. Ayesa is there. Ayesa still. And we have another whistle. And this time the umpire is pointing upfield. The penalty will be in favour of the Spanish. From the spot. Ayesa even. Look for a big one. Comes back in again on his own ball. Sends it up towards Figar. But it's gone over the side. Another play for a Austrian hit. Martin Blair for Austria. Whistle as I thought he had a play on that. He didn't. Austrian penalty. Looks like 40 yards for Blair at the walk. There's the hit towards goal. They couldn't stop it, and it's one back for Austria, 8 to Spain, 5.5 Austria. So one of the players is going to go off now. That is Javier Cunil for Spain.
Because one of them has a, I don't know, his back is itching, I don't know what. Sebastian just told me like quarter to, I don't know what time is it, the finishes. If the match doesn't finish, it finishes.
What time is it now?
I don't know. 8 minutes. In 8 minutes it finishes.
You better book another half an hour at least. Maybe. Hey Sebi, book 2 more hours, mate. Tell him to book breaks up to book 2 hours.
Ahí lo escuchaste, Greg dice que tienes que poner 2 horas más.
Off we go again. Blair trying to bring it forward, taken on by Figar. Tuki with Sherb. Guinyazu carrying an injury. Was being quiet, letting Ayesa do most of the work for him. Blair is there again for Austria. Figar. Backhand by Figar, beautifully executed. Finds Tuki, who's got the break on the chasing crest. Can Guinyazu go all the way here and get another one for the Spanish? It is Tuki, Guinyazu, Rui Guinyazu near side, couldn't get a hold of it. It's still going towards the goal. Who's going to be there next? It's on the goal line, the backhand. Turned around momentarily by Sherb, I think it was. And now Ayesa gets it back for Spain. He's got to go back and try and bring it in field again if he can. Ayesa being pressured here. He still has control, but the whistle has blown. And we'll see what the umpires say about that. Now, why don't they go off and change now?
They heard you.
Well, they're going to have a little change, ladies and gentlemen, so they'll be back in a moment. Thank you all. Book 2 hours, man. The way this is fucking going, book 2 hours now.
6 minutes and we don't have any more time.
Straight away.
I won't extend it. I don't want to go this
How can you make this exciting, you know? I can't believe they had 10 minutes for fucking Tuki to get sorted. And then they played 35 seconds. And then they fucking blow the whistle to go and change. And I said it over the commentary as well. I don't care. I can't believe what's happening here. Both of these teams are out, no?
Yeah.
Fuck's sake. Daddy. Yeah, daddy.
Remember to turn off the mic.
It's off. Ball is back in play. And it is Blair on the grey. Sends it upfield. In comes Cunil. Backhand by Cunil, beautifully done. They turn it around. He almost found his man there, Tuki, but it's turned around by Cress. And now Figar with a big drive down towards Green Yazoo. Tuki stopped by Cress. Ayesa. Angle shot. Will he have a go from there? Still with Ayesa. Sherb didn't get got a little bit onto the backhand with Walter. And now Koffler for Spain, for Austria. Cress. Tuki couldn't find it, and the hit by Blair finds Ruiz Guinyazu. Crossfield he goes. Tuki. He scored one from around that area before. Can he get another one? I think that was prior to his injury. But he's still doing good work here, is Tuki. And I said that, and he lost control. Far side. Koffler with Cunil. Robert. Backhand. Blair gets away from Ayesa on the grey. He's got another big drive now. Still with Blair. Near side. Blair. Over the top. Figar. Strong backhand, but it was straight into the oncoming players. Cress infield. Another backhand. And I think it was Figar who got that one. To the far side. Blair. On the grey. Austria. 8 to 5.5. They're trailing. Ball sent in towards the goal. Backhand by Figar. Another strong backhand by Alfonso. Blair from 60 yards out. Ayesa in his way. There's the hit. Stopped by Figar. What a play by Figar. Trying to get away from his man, and he's done so. Now, can he go all the way here? It's Alfonso Figar for Spain, being hunted down by Martin Blair for Austria. Blair goes back. Figar is there. They cancel each other out, but good work from Figar. Back up is good from Ayesa. It's going to be another one for Spain, but it was all Figar who made that goal for the Spanish. Ayesa finished it off. It's 9 to Spain, 5.5 Austria, coming towards the end of this fourth and final chukker of the day at Villa Sesta. And there goes the hula, ladies and gentlemen. That's the end of the contest. Congratulations to Spain. Bad luck to Austria. Final score here, it is Spain 9, Austria 5.5. Don't forget, we have more polo for you tomorrow. Starting in the afternoon at 4 o'clock, where Ireland will take on Slovakia. And then our next game after that is between, I'm just checking my notes here as I've completely forgotten who the second game of the afternoon is. The Netherlands will play France. That should be interesting. So we'll see you tomorrow afternoon. Thank you for watching Polo Line TV. Some highlights will be made, short highlights will be made of today's games, and we will be showing those during the course of the day tomorrow. Thank you all very much, ladies and gentlemen. From all of us here at Polo Line TV, bye-bye.